Hello YouTube, and today I'm doing my top 5 missing episodes from each from William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton. So I'll start with William Hartnell and then Patrick Troughton. I do apologise if this video is too long, but I will try and go down them as fast as I can. So at number 5, William Hartnell, The Smugglers. Now, The Smugglers is a really good story. It's Ben and Polly's first outing with the Doctor, because they were stowaways, as you saw at the end of the War Machines. And there's a really memorable scene when this bloke throws a knife in the church warden's back, and that's a really good clip if you can find that on YouTube. It probably is. Yeah, the basic plot is there's the smugglers who are smuggling contraband in the caves, and there's a big fight at the end. Yay. Yeah, so it's a brilliant story. If you see some of the telesnaps, it was filmed on location, and that looks really cool. So yeah, it's a really good story for smugglers. So at number 4, we have the Celestial Toymaker. Now, this story would work a lot better if it actually existed, because it's quite a visual story. I mean, there's loads of different elements. Yeah, the last episode, episode 4, what exists, is really cool. It's very cool. I mean, toys again is a very nice idea. The Toymaker is played by Michael Goff, who married Annika Wilkes, and Michael Goff, who was going to reprise the role as the Toymaker in the 1980s with, I think it's not Mission to Magnus, that's the Ice Warriors. With Colin Baker, but sadly that story wasn't commissioned, but it does exist in audio form, this the Colin Baker one. Yeah, this is a really good story. The Doctor gets plucked out and he's sort of invisible. Yeah, so this story would work a lot better if it actually existed, but it is a fantastic story nonetheless. So at number 3 we have Galaxy 4. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail with this story because I've reviewed it, and yeah, if you want to see my fuller thoughts on the story, then please check out the review. And in that video I compared the Aztecs reconstruction to the actual full story, which is an audio really. Number 2 we have The Savages. Now, I love this story because I still think this could work as a modern day story. If the new series did commission it. Yeah, this is a reconstruction on DVD, just plain disc with them. Yeah, this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Reason I think it works, if the new series could commission this story, I mean, Ian Stuart Black, the writer, was very ahead of his time, I think, for Doctor Who. The Doctor and Dodo and Stephen arrive on a planet where the Elders, this chap, well, predicted that the Doctor would arrive, and they're these sort of people, the savages, who live in caves. They've been forced to live in caves because these chaps there, these guards, capture the savages with their light guns, and they drain their sort of energy. They're taken to this machine, and their light and their energy's been taken away, hence why they look so old and stuff. Now, what happens to the Doctor in this story is he gets brought on this machine, and the elder leader sort of has the Doctor's personality, and he sort of mimics William Hartnell, and he sort of saves the day while the actual Doctor's really drained. It's a fantastic story, brilliant story. Last but not least, at number 1 we have the Dalek Master Plan, a epic. Well, sorry, The Savages is Stephen's last story. Now, the Dalek Master Plan is 12 episodes long, and it's really fantastic. If you're going to listen to this or watch a reconstruction of it, don't try and do it all in one day, because you will be near death. I mean, you'll just be so fed up, like, come on, end story. But it's really good because each episode is different. You're on a different setting. One episode you're in Kemble, the next you're in Egypt, when the pyramids are being built. It's all over the place. It's like a big, good old romp through time and space, which is fantastic. You got this A brilliant character called Marvick Chen in it, who was in the Invasion, I think. Well, not Marvick Chen himself, but the person who played him. You've got the Federation, well, the Galactic people. Yeah, this is a really good story. It has the first companion death, which was Katarina, and then you've got a new companion, what was introduced, Jean Marsh, John Pertwee's ex-wife, who played Sarah Kingdom. Yeah, Dalek Master Plan is absolutely fantastic. So move on to Patrick Troughton. So at number 5 we have the Abominable Snowman. Now I read the novelisation of this, and it's really good, the novelisation, and this story is fantastic. I think this is Harry Williams' favourite Troughton story, and I can see why. The Yeti themselves are fantastic, and if you see some of the photos of it, the location filming on Snowdonia is fantastic. I mean, I love the Yeti, and I love the whole sort of great intelligence disguised as a monk. Can't remember the chap's name. It's probably on the back. Probably isn't actually. No, I can't see it. I'm a bit rushed for time. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Yeti, they look very much like the teddy bears in this, and you just want to hug them, but they are quite lethal. Yeah, this is a really good story because it has Deborah Watling's real life father, who plays Professor Travers. Yeah, Troughton's fantastic. Well, all the main cast are brilliant story. At number 4 we have Patrick Troughton's first story, Power of the Daleks. Now, this is a really good Dalek story. The Daleks are very sly and cunning in this, very much like Victory of the Daleks. That's a modern equivalent of this story, really. I think Gatiss, who wrote Victory of the Daleks, sort of made it like Power going, I am your soldier. And instead of it saying soldier, they said, I am your servant. And I think that's a really cool line of the Daleks. Yeah, it's really cool. Brilliant story. And Troughton's, I can see that Troughton was, you can tell in his performance he was a bit unsure what to do, because after all he was the one who took over the original Doctor. Okay, number 3 is the Web of Fear. Now, if you've seen episode 1, you will know that it is a brilliant start to this story. The Yeti are fantastic in this with their web guns. Yeah, it's a shame that this doesn't exist, because I think this would be everyone's sort of favourite story for Troughton. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant story. Absolutely fantastic. Episode 1 is so atmospheric, and the sets, what you see in episode 1 with the underground setting, is just fantastic. First story to feature Unit, and you've got the Brigand called, well, he's not actually the Brigadier in this, he's Colonel. Yeah, he's a Colonel. Yeah, this is a brilliant story. Love this story to bits. Okay, number 2, Fury from the Deep. Now, I've reviewed this and it's a brilliant story. If you want to know more about this story, check out the review. Yeah, this is a story to feature Deborah Watling as Victoria. Love the seaweed creature. I love the whole setting of it. I love the first episode and Jamie, the Doctor, and Victoria larking around on the beach. So at number 1 we have Evil of the Daleks. Now, this is brilliant. Now, there's this book called the Doctor Who Episode Guide with the TARDIS on it. I don't know if it's no, it's not there. And it said this story was absolutely shockingly bad. It said it only got 4 out of 10, and Time Lash got more than this, and I think that Time Lash is not better than Evil of the Daleks. It features the first appearance of the Emperor Dalek, and features the first story to feature Victoria. He was a brilliant companion. Evil of the Daleks is really cool. The Doctor is sort of forced to make Jamie, he sort of betrays Jamie, really. He makes Jamie do these tasks for the Daleks to find the human factor. And there's a really cool scene when the Daleks are like, you can see like the human Daleks, and not like Daleks like hybrid, but you sort of see Alpha, Omega and Beta, wasn't it? They're really cool when they go they're just really cool Daleks, they were, and they're quite funny because they play trains with the Doctor and Jamie. Yeah, it's just really cool. Yeah, Evil of the Daleks, fantastic story. I will review this at some point. Yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. Everyone wants to see this story exist, along with the Web of Fear. Everybody wants to see this story. Yeah, it is a brilliant story. This was originally going to be the Daleks' last ever story, because Terry Nation was trying to take the Daleks to America to see if they would be a big hit as they were in Britain. But that flopped, and yeah, well, you can tell by the end of the line that the Daleks were meant to be written out, because Patrick Clown said the final end. So this was meant to be the Daleks' final story. Yeah, this story was the only Doctor Who story to be repeated in the 1960s, which was quite cool. I think it was. I knew this story was repeated. Yeah, so this has been my favourite missing years, my favourite stories from the missing years. I've narrowed down a few John Pertwee stories, but it's getting there, so expect that video soon. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.